lives have. And some of them are really difficult, they make it very difficult, don't they?
Well, in this case, I think it improves that.
I've noticed that a lot of the, just even time.
This is roundabout. Is this the one that we're talking about?
Kilbunny Road.
Kilbunny Road,
You get the Oban, where all the capital buses been there. You have to Oban like a while. Well, I've got the Oban's boys and for 2 weeks, mate, and the weather's been tremendous all down the west coast, really.
See up in Oban,
Sorry?
the Oban boys next to Oban.
Aye, yes. We're all from Oban, but like my little boy works here, they do the electricity pilots and that, but he'd like to go to helicopter now. I don't think we're in the middle of nowhere, you have to carry the pilots in and bits by helicopter and that, yes. So he could be anywhere.
He'll not be out of work.
And another company tried to get him because Somali, if you know, before we're there, their pilots, that infantry pilots are getting in, so it might be a contract. And this company paid better money, but
So, but he's going to go up to the valley.
well, it's not even that, it's all in, there's better perks and everything this other job, you know what I mean? The salary's better, not by an awful lot, in other ways it makes up, you know.
Buildings that they just consume power.
I know you wouldn't realise what they're actually consuming.
No,
Yeah.
it's off the scale of that.
It's absolutely, it's amazing.
And they will be willing to cancel
I know.
So he's got plenty of clothes.
Well, obviously there's going to be a lot more building and that sort of stuff then, you know. But
Yeah, because the road building is a good to
what else can you do, really? You know that way.
keep on
It's absolutely amazing. It's what the old national security, national debt. You know what you consume. I worked a sawmill for a lot of years and something that happened and then they make it a big generator that you don't generate your own electricity and they can tell exactly whether. And it, I mean, obviously it's a sawmill it uses a lot of electricity, big bad saws. Juicy, yes. you look at the whole house, you know, what lawyer. My dad was just a young man out there, and he was a shop driver on it at the time. And then, after the 60s, wasn't it?
I think so.
The 60s. And it's actually nice to see that dam now. You can see you get a wee glimpse in there over Inverary way. You get a glimpse when you're coming down there. You're next to the hills. But when you walk there to it's a beautiful walk across and all that. And then, you know, there's a road right up to it. Don't get me wrong, it's a long drop. But, I mean, beautiful scenery. I don't think it's an eyesore of the dam. It's blended in really. No weather over the years as well. And
once it's in the 60s,
that would have been one of the biggest highway things in Britain at the time.
Yes.
Well, you were killed up as well, weren't you? So is that one of the reservoir, is it?
Which one?
The Gilder Dam.
Gilder. I don't know.
And then the same kind of Oban, which was the first place in Britain to use electricity. Well, it's the same again. It's just I'm sure the West End it's a very powerful river, but it's not the river itself from what comes off the mountain to what goes into the law. It's not long, but then that's when they produce the aluminium and all that. And they used it, because well, we used to run there for school sports now, you know. And then it was the first place for it to run for this. That was the way back, we used to say 1930, so...
Yes. That's the thing, once they go on about all the infrastructure costs, and then it's that's it. The amount of maintenance.
Yeah, because like you say, like, there's a lot of maintenance in it.
There's a lot of maintenance.
I actually, when you see it, well, I was when I went to Point Plus of the high rise, I was 13 up, and you look right across the airport, right across, and I don't know what hills it is, but then you've got the hills, they're not enormously high, but from like the flat there, the windmills was on that hillside.
Really?
Oh, it's top of the hill.
Yeah.
Oh, you're top of the windmills. A good distance. I couldn't count with my eye because it was so far away. And I looked at what hill they call that. But I noticed even from that distance, you could still see them. And when they go by train into Oban, you look at a lot of them. On the hillside just before Oban there.
Eventually the whole rules will be superseded by something. I mean, at the end of it, sort of fusion gives you as long as you want it. I mean, they're knocking the door of that. Maybe 10, 20 years. And then that's good to me when you know everything.
Just here, that one is there.
I know they do, but
They don't know the ins and outs of it. My dad asked a lot, and that was shut up, you know, for the reactors. And just taught a lot of companies every place in that.
unless you're petrol, in which case,
you'll get that. You'll get the people, the Indians, the love Indians, they love the whole thing about it. But yeah, definitely all round it's electric. That's going to be the future. I mean, look at the business of them now.
I know. These are the disadvantages.
Eventually on all that industry will go. But I'm sure when something all your like your Arabs and all that, they didn't even invest in their already. Well, Abu Dhabi is just basically all artificial in it. Everything about it. But you know, but they put so much money through oil. It'll generations will last, wouldn't it? Generate.
I mean, there's still music going on.
Yeah, I'm sure of a lot of use, yeah, you know, that's used for a lot of things, you know. But it's not what it used to be either, like they're shouting about, you know, you should be drilling more and they'll see again.
Oh, I love it.
Right.
One of the reasons, the main reason is the roads. I mean,
well, when you, like, I mean, they know that there's oil in there a lot of years yet there.
I know.
And, well, I just thought the news like Aberdeen people talking about, like, you know, how the Aberdeen's changed over the years, like, they've not the same money about and all that. No. Get the map of it,
it's hard as heavy.
yeah, but
It's not back a bit.
I'll get that on it. Talking about money there. I mean, Ronaldo is now the first still be there footballer.
Is it really?
That is mental, isn't it?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
And that, you know, for playing football, he is now, I mean, not just his wages, obviously. I mean, well, he was 41, he took one England, you know, Messi's up there in England.
And it's that's who just advertising.
Oh, no,
Sponsorship.
Olin deals with, and he's actually a first footballer to be a trillionaire. That's absolute mental.
And that's it's ridiculous.
Oh, absolute crazy. They must be it. But the guy's not done anything wrong. I mean, to be 41 and still be able to go and play at the heights of the World Cup. The man has just looked after his body
Yes.
and kept himself fit. But I don't think the human body can, you know, like, let's put it in the game. I mean, it's got to a line where it's got to be the Scottish dog now.
Well,
They'll be the best ever. I don't see what more to do. Make it get everybody there. No, that's about it. No, it's very good though. No. Well, I'm 62. I love the long distance running and everything. And I keep going off. And I used to swim away on the morning. I like to swim away on the morning. And then I love running. I'm getting people. Oh, my two boys were always a sporty family, you know. And it's the best thing for that life, you know, when you're out there and running and you get to that zone, you're at peace with the world. It's great. But someday it doesn't do that, you know, you've got to understand. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I've seen a lot of people just do that into it, you know what I mean? it was going to be the toughest team in the group because I knew Morocco were all bugs and that. But well, going man, it wasn't even a win for. And they're all going, Steve, why did you chuck it so early? Because I think the man, he just signed a contract, and if he was to be sacked, he was still on that contract. So, fair play, I mean, so he's always been so embarrassed about the way it turned out. And he's not going to sit back and, get sacked and take that money. Well, I think that's why he's done it as well. But a lot of people think that, but I do think that. I don't know. Paul's far behind because even that way average in there at the roots level, it's what usually rich gives a player. I mean, like Messi, he gave him a very good family. And and then when you had world class Scottish players,
I don't know what the population of Belgium is.
Small, anyway.
It's a small population. We can't.
Something's been wrong somewhere. Because we used to have a good scout. But we still do when we were the first prize team around the European Cup. The scouts were amazing. And that most of them were all young boys. They were from a half an hour, within a half an hour and all that. That side.
It was a great achievement.
Oh, absolutely amazing. The best Scottish team I remember, I know we did the usual when we went to the World Cup. We made it happen ourselves. That was 78, that was in Argentina. We had a cracking team then, cracking team. They were good to watch. They were first 2 games. We had to beat Holland by 3 goals, remember, to go through. And we were 3-0 up, then Van Basten scored from the fifth half there. We actually made most goal. It's one of the best goals I've ever had. It made a playing stage about it, that goal. He actually, and Brian Buck built Nottingham Forest, then that built Archie Gable. And look at he done in Forest, winning 2 European Cups. And Forest were a tiny team then. It's still not a big team,
It just shows you the importance of managing. The trouble is,
I know that's how I said. I don't like it. It would take your boy.
Well, not
I see it. I don't have to. And then you've got young McTominay, you've got Delmore. They're playing Serie A.
Aye.
And you've got Youth Korea.
Aye. You need more.
Aye. Can't go over road one way.
I mean, you might have a few. Yeah, a lot of nice players, but the final was very disappointing.
It was, wasn't it? Spain deserved to win, but it was disappointing.
I mean, there was only one team turned up to play football. Argentina, they really were very similar.
And yet, in the qualifying, the games that they came back and they played really good, played well. But not as good as we thought. In France just felt bad, man. It didn't happen at all. And it was quite bad. Argentina, just bad losing, wasn't it? Very bad losing.
It's an aspect of
It seems to be what Latin Americans seem to be all Americans, they seem to be very bad losers. snatching him like, you know, his head and everything, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I think he got to,
I would think. It's hard, but I believe absolutely. They blatantly just took him out. They just took him out. And the people you're not expecting that, you know. Oh, no. I don't. Especially when they can go with that bar and they like they're doing it at 1 o'clock. Because if you say, I do that by no surprise and just snatch on the neck, wow. But see when Muslim turned their back when they went up to Black Friday. And Spain overall, it wasn't a good game, mate. It
No,
wasn't.
I mean,
But they deserved to win it.
the only thing that disappointed me was that they had, I think the statistic was 19 shots a goal.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing the team, and number of times they had a chance to score, and they aimed at more or less a goalkeeper.
Aye.
I mean, yes, he had some, a few good saves against them.
Yeah.
Good goalkeeper.
Oh, he did. Well, he played for my team last Villa. That's why I
Well,
support.
yes, he's a good.
Aye, that's
good
it.
player.
Goalkeeper. Martinez.
For all that, lots of his shots and headers and
And again,
sustained that.
aye,
And that disappointed me. I thought, these guys, they were 3-4
I guess
times.
the balls are amazing, man. It's amazing that they can move the balls out. There's really the technology in the ball and everything else. You see a lot when you see the mistake of the keeper. But then again, when they got that chance, that boy did miss a ball, he thumped it, didn't he?
It was a funny, it was such a simple goal.
And then, and the offside, I mean, it was just fractional offside for the second goal.
I know.
And he
that
took
one
that
was
well.
supposed to stand on the guy's foot. That was so marginal. Spain were kind of unlucky that they scored more.
Oh yes, definitely, because they were trying. They were trying.
They were creating.
Yeah.
They were doing quite good.
Argentina just played dirty for that time. It was hard for Spain, you know. When you're playing against teams who just resort to that, mate.
So what makes you support Aston Villa?
Yeah, my dad did a lot of work outside, like big jobs and that, mate. And he didn't own them or millionaires. But I heard something yesterday that Rodgers is supposed to be going to Chelsea for 160 million over Arsenal, which I don't understand. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But
The money is amazing.
Easy, absolutely easy. Well, where it was at Manchester City, his wages were over £500,000 a week. And that's just his wages. That's no endorsements, and you get the best of medical, you get best diets. It's not bad for a young quick boy, you could make a good order out of it.
You don't have to do it for very long to make yourself secure.
And as long as you're sensible.
Well, I think, I guess would be
Most of them are, yes, most of them are. Most of them will be dead on them.
even if they made a decision, you're going to spend 30% just on frivolities. I mean, that's something. You're still saying 70%. That's still going to be fine, I mean.
Well, it's like that wee Bob McIntyre at the golf.
He's a guy from Oban.
Aye, yes. Well, I mean,
He was a British Open. He was
he's actually, yes, and like, see when his first major tournament, but because he was in the, he was in the major tournaments, I mean, he's a multi-millionaire now.
He will be.
He's got a lot,
He won a major, didn't
Oh,
he?
yeah. Aye. I know, because my boy shows me all that on the computer, you know.
Yeah.
And, but as he said when he got his big one, it was good to know where his son, stuff back to his mum and dad.
Well, it's good for Scotland that we've got a guy like that. I don't know, how did you do at the British Open? At one stage it was doing okay.
He was doing okay, mate, and then
I don't know what happened at the end.
I'm not 100% sure then that.
I've got friends that I meet up on a Friday night and oh God, they're all like old this bar and it's changed from the ordinary bar to the sports
Right. Yeah.
and there's two people in the numbers right now and I'm complaining to them all saying, "Look, I'm disappointed to me, right? You guys,
it is. Emotional.
I mean, I'm not being serious.
No, I
but,
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But then you just sit back and say,
yeah.
you so and so, you know, you said, you did it, you say last time, you know, we'll talk forever, whether it's golf,
Just like sport,
rugby,
mate,
football, they just talk. And anyway, that's how I know that's how I make my friends.
yeah,
Okay.
aye.
Because I don't follow them.
I think he's got pulled up for because he got a bit hot. He's hot-headed sometimes. But just for himself. Just for himself.
Yeah.
Not against anybody. And he says, but I can't change that. He says, but I think
You probably could.
he probably could. But I think a lot of top sports were really passionate.
I mean, Andy Murray was a bit like that. He was his own worst enemy. And in some ways, he could have potentially done better if way back he got some psychological help around. Because when he was two or three bad shots, his whole body language would change, and his shoulders would droop like this. And it only encourages the guy on the other side of the net.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like that,
I know, help on the strength side, as you say, psychological bit of help and all. Because I think he could have done better than that. Don't get me wrong, it was good, the point
well,
done.
it was very good what he did, and he was around. He was never as good as Nadal and Federer.
No.
You're talking about. He just wasn't.
He just seemed to just that wee bit, don't they?
He was just that wee bit off, and because of that, he only once we dropped watching that fight with Wimbledon, and that was great. That was good. And I think he won another major.
Yes.
He had that.
He won Wimbledon twice.
Really?
Aye.
And then he won, and that was fantastic. He won the Olympic, you know. So he did that. But he only, you know, landed really because he was a quite dependent on these other guys were quite fine. So, you know, they just couldn't be quite. But so he took his chance.
Like Fred and that, Djokovic, and that. I mean, these boys they were set for like a long game and it was going to go 5 sets. And just a wee bit, you know, was saying he was a bad player, you know.
I mean, there was a credit there to tennis players coming through because it just shows just the grit and determination, you know, and lots of them he got as good as he could get. That was enough to get a couple of games.
I know, and have a good life. Have a good life, keep the rest of the players, you know. And it's the same with me, Bob, you know. But then again, his mum and dad were going through a lot, and you know, like financially and everything. You know, yes, Bob McIntyre. And then you think of that before you actually sort of, you know, you get to the long rankings. You know, I mean, you've got until you do something to get sponsors and all that. You must have built a bit of money. But your dad's and his dad was big greenkeeper, he still is. Keeper at Oban golf course. That's what he is, yeah.
Well, that's a good story, isn't it?
Aye. But his dad and his dad's brother, the same age as me, and they met in football as well. But they loved the shinty. You know, the shinty. And Bob liked that as well. I'm surprised that they let him mind it, man, you know, insurance-wise and all that. Because you can get injured with that shinty, you know.
I know it's pretty hard.
What, that can you?
Don't take prisoners.
Well, he's Uncle Bob lost his eye. He shot the ball out. Right foot was, and he still carried on playing, you know that. And he did something with computers in London. His uncle lost the eye. And he used to fly him back up, you know, the home games at the shin. That's mental, isn't it? But when up there and up north and all that, shit. And yeah, I was born across Bridge. they're all quarries. See the
know
see,
where you are,
you'll see the scar on the mountain. It's
Aye.
a granite quarry.
I know where it is.
You know what 9 miles up a single track road, you know. This weather we grew up just spending the whole day down the long swimming. We were talking about cold water swimming and that. That's what we learned to swim. All we had was mountains on one side, the lock way up. And we never played shinty over that, so you didn't even know what a shinty stick looked like. That was good. And at one time we talked about way back, there was 400 men working for it.
Is it still going?
Oh yeah, I was over 150 years, yes, over on it. I way back when we were still making the rural nudgers. For the cobblestones and all that.
Aye.
These square nudgers. 400 men.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You come to a wee bit, it was like Gaza, we walked away. Like there's tenements, people go up a single track road. Well then you got a pair of crossroads and all the men days. And then you just came here and like there's tenements and all that all over the place. You know what I mean? They took a few thousand people in a tiny wee bit at one time. Like an average men maybe was 7 or 8 a family.
Aye, well that's different.
And the community was just built because of the granite. My brother was a manager for that, well over there. But he's got all retired now. He basically went from school working for it, you know. Well, he's my half brother, man. He's my brother for me. And the only reason I'm saying that is because his father was building the quarry.
Oh really?
He was the head driller and shot firer. I'd see the dynamite didn't go off of that. He was going to have to go check. And this day, the blue man went check.
Went off.
I didn't have a chance. It shows you that my brother went to working in school. And in them days, you're not like that.
Aye, well
Nothing.
that's
It's you kids, you know.
things change. Nowadays, of course, a lot of the families are, what's it, 1.8 children or something per couple. It's under 2 anyway. Which is an attention problem going forward. Except, of course, maybe a road policy
You're not that far away.
Well, listen, I've got friends who just married and she married into an Irish connection, something sort of couple, and she was looking to drive some days. So this particular time it was flying over the landed the airport was saying, so he went over and he was served by a robot.
Aye.
He said this thing was about 3 feet high, and it had 2 ears. The ear on the right was red, and the ear on the left was green.
That's
It
great.
was starboard.
That's nice.
And it had two arms, and one of the arms was a tray. When the robot came straight to his program to the number 16,
Aye.
so of course it arrives at this table, and was facing the other way, and it turned quickly towards him and said, "Please take the tray."
And that will become more
I
common.
know, and then so we took the tray and put it into the oven. It's trying to get up. It's a lovely day, because it's got forecasts.
I
So it's lovely.
There's technology and we have plans to let go. David Attenborough, I know, he said, "Oh, so that." And they turn against it themselves. And he's a very, very clever man. But he's 100 now. And he still holds back up as well.
Well, it's just lucky.
I just really lucky, man. But I just remember even as a young boy, you know, I was just totally absorbed by everything about him, man, you know. And Jack Gusto. Remember him way back? I was young. That song's all amazing.
If you look at it, it's years it's just very lucky. I mean, I'm 80th and that's it.
That's great, mate. That's a lot of great guys.
It's very
I wouldn't have put you down as that, and I'm honest about you saying that. I really did that. You must have looked after yourself.
I used to do a lot of stuff.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, I recently so I went to the A&E since the emergency.
Yeah. Obviously.
It's okay, it's a shit. I'm trying to finish it again. And the effects of the so there's no pressure. I'm okay again.
I would imagine you go to some feeling at the time.
Well,
Oh, you know, so that's what that's what I mean.
yeah,
It must have been ready, so aye, yeah.
Presses of
Aye, aye.
so what's face?
That's what I was thinking.
Anyway,
Well, of course. Of course.
so he's looking at that. He's weighing up
Yeah.
It's the first time I realised that really mortality, because this guy was giving you 5 years.
I know you mean, I know you mean. But it wasn't the end of the day. That was, you know,
because I figured it. I figured it.
Yes, of course.
And after he said
But
that,
you're okay.
I just nodded and I said, "Aye, okay."
Because well, we're retired at the age of 67 now, right?
Aye. Is that when you're 62?
I'm 62.
You're retired at 67?
Well, I'm basically semi-retired just now, and I've been okay. I worked hard at that, you know.
Aye.
I've so I don't have to worry too much about that. I couldn't do the physical work I done. I done wood cutting and all that for years. No manual for that. But it was good money, but as well, you know. Yes, because well, I get a chance to bus down this morning, and well, we're down 45 by 20 past 10. Very quickly now. This is lost bit. Seems that, you know, it's still quite bad in it.
Well, there's something you can do about this.
No. So the bus, some of the drivers are obviously very good. We meet other buses the way they, you know, they manage to get.
Aye. Well, no,
And
we're good.
touch last week, this after the bus back up to Oban, and there was a bad accident, and it was just, it was rolling over, and I was thinking, like, you know, all the bad bits, you know. Whatever, about an hour and a half, a couple of hours there. But people were off the buses, all people were walking up the streets. I couldn't do that. I don't like to see that, you know, some good person.
No, I know.
And then they were letting the traffic, they'll come down the way. They were letting them through.
Aye.
And then, after a while, bus driver before, and he says, well, he said, what we're going to do, Chris, we're going to get the West Back, then there's a bit of a farm road there, and then the West Ulster, and so much out there, we'll go back, and go up there, the rest of the back home, and, you know, go up into the area. You know, it's like, sometimes you used to go up one way, and then come down the other way. Then again, you know, you change or whatever. But since I've been getting this bus, it's always this way it changes. Then, as we turn to, there's a farm road on the other side of the road, and the rail property there, so somebody's backing up. You know, so this is an ambulance that will take the bags to the helicopter. You know, there's a ship at the helicopter there somewhere. But I didn't go to the check, that's fine. But it's the same bit as well, isn't it, you know? But then Berry's nice as well, the race, that's why we get the tour. I actually worked the race road launch one time. It was the winter too. And the wind used to come through there some days.
Some carry on there with the water.
Oh, yes.
Smoke falls. I think they're eventually going to build a kind of semi-tunnel.
Talking about, look at the old military road at the bottom, you know, they open that, you know.
Well, they do. One of the times, years ago, they had a really bad one with the big holes coming down.
Yeah.
And apparently some of the rocks were the size of this.
Oh, I like stuff.
But yes, it went straight over the road down to the ocean.
Aye.
It's all the way down. Just imagine the momentum of the road. It's got the weight.
That's the size of
It's a
it,
very
yeah.
steep hill.
Oh, it would fly Netherlands as well. Aye. Aye, you'd be very lucky that those is actually caught in there.
Well, I know.
And like, there's so much work on there on the outside. They've got, you know, they've got gaming baskets, and then they've got, you know, they've got the benches up,
Well, I know.
concrete bits. Like we've done that as well, like, we put walls up and whatever.
You know, I read a thing back in the first thing in a way.
Yeah.
You know, they do a bit here.
Aye.
They never quite done.
Oh, so that's a lot of money, yeah.
You know, one guy lectured said, you know, I used to be so so some of them one time.
Wow.
We used to wear this problem a lot worse. And I used to be he said if you don't wear a tunnel, you know, the cheaper to do things.
Yes. Aye.
He said, I don't know what getting this.
Yes, yes.
He said that there's little slow right there and just cut the buses and then you get the
Aye. Aye. Because you could still have, a bit at the top and have the scenery and that, you know.
Years and years and years and they said, yes,
Oh,
that
wow,
was a
that's
sit down now, but sometimes you're not even listening like that. No one's always so simple. I do know that.
I know.
It's
Constant days like, yeah.
yeah, constant drip. So I've seen it. It's like 1,000 people.
Aye. Of course, yes. Well, I never it's just like your own house, isn't it?
So the
The
face of a
magic.
choice, let's say 25,000 feet and they're stuck they can't move again, it's not a good again.
That's right. The traffic's so bad.
So what do they do? What is it they do? They set away oxygen. They think they turn around and come back, get that oxygen to go back down to 24,000 feet. And yeah, it's still plenty of miles. And that's that whole.
know that. He had it once, and he said, nah, he said, you can't even describe it. You can just imagine, you know, you stay with that. But as you say, it's so thick now, companies will be doing it. And the traffic is on it.
My traffic's causing it. And also the human waste.
Yeah. It's not here about it. Yeah. And the left there too, because they must know it a lot for it.
Well, you know, I just wonder sometimes if people move the wrong ways and it's like took a box and say, able to say, come there,
my son says it's 65 grand or something to that guy.
Is it
Per
really?
person. Yeah. I know.
And given what you're going to get,
Because you know up there, you can't stay long years, you know. Every year.
and you may not make it, you don't get them.
Just been up in the ball and that would be amazing to walk on your own. You know, it'd be beautiful. But after a different breakdown.
Apparently, there are also these places that on the west end of the way, it's a great idea.
Yes. Aye. I just go.
So, you know, you would
Aye, no,
It's just a mess. And
that's because of people when they should be doing these things. You know, because other people would, you know, they wouldn't leave a mess or anything, you know.
I know.
Everyone done
I know,
proper.
exactly.
But as you said, so many do it, you know. And a lot of these young ones are going to stuff here. Even with this thing on me and trainers and all that shorts and stuff like that.
So, I mean, these things are done with best intention.
That's all.
They end up
People again abuse the old, you know, but it's a beautiful world it is. It's a world that's beautiful and amazing, isn't it? You need to look at that.
the same thing as the national park. They get dishes.
Well, when I was in primary school, we were over at the, you know, the youth hostel over there.
Aye.
It was there, right? So, you know, after this was a few years back. And we walked, like, we went to Rob Roy McGregor's, you know, one of his caves. They had out when he was travelling about these areas. But,
Or so the story
the
goes.
story goes, yes. It was lovely, Balmaha, right away the start there.
I used to go there when I was a boy.
I can just remember it. There's no few houses, isn't it?
It's just a few.
But I would imagine it must be quite nice to live there.
Good nice.
It'd be quite nice to live there because you're in the country. Like, you know, what the city, it's not bad. It was a nice wee village, isn't it? Aye. Right. Yeah. Aye.
The other guys
Aye. I bet you can see when you're young and fit, you don't think of these things, do you? But you don't. Aye. But also fresh water stuff colder than seawater. Oh, it's very, very cold fresh water. Ah. but it takes you up to near enough to the head of there, you know, which is one head of that. You know, you get the point for that. Well, this guy, he was the places, and that was like another day, and a very good landscape that. And the cottage, and recently upgraded, you know, and as we had a speedboat, like he used a speedboat to go to with his, we go across to Oban Hotel, the wee pub in Oban, and we walk up to the hotel, and I lived in that lodge at the time, and I built Oban, and that's down here, here, even a came about 5 miles from his house to there. What a big this boat ride ship. And I just went all that day, all the pages and all there. And I was only young. And I says, what else, Steve? He said, you know, give him something to it. What? He says, how do you fancy jumping over my head? But we don't call him Little Hotel. Which is, you've got to go under Coral Bridge.
Yes.
And that's what we've done.
Aye.
But like, we're on the law, which you go up the halfway because it's quite wide.
Yes.
And classically, we call these super bottle. A bottle, a bottle of juice. And that's a beautiful vodka. And like, this guy can't go outside. I don't know how big the man's square feet, but he ain't come up with us. But even then that night, because the two of us had got spirits, you know, and then in Lockdale, and just on the Coral Bridge here, that's the border here, and I says, no, I says, hey, I'm not going back to Oban, man. I said, what, what's the night and all that? And I said, I'm going to get you. That's why I done it. He wouldn't have it, he was going to go. And he go home. But my brother rescued him before, and he said, oh, I keep going, he just went going and going.
Really?
He was so drunk, and he went on the walks with the boat. And well, we were going to stay with him and said to him, she went to my brother, like, he wasn't home, that's it. Like, my brother had boats that evening out on the daughter, you know. And he, like, the cars that he had were like old wrecks, because he only used it to go, you know, up like the forestry road to the river. But it was road with like Scotland with his wife, and Hera worked home. But he'd drive her down there to the office, which is, you know, get the bus from there into Oban, and that's what he done. But when the cars used to thing there was a high point on the road, there was some high bits on it, and he got a couple of rights over there, which we shouldn't have done that, there was a lot of and anyways, he went to do this night again, they were bringing him. I was working with my mum, and we did the same bit, and we were leaving up on the bumper and took him with him, and that was it. Drowned. Aye. So you sure she done it?
Well, I know.
Crazy.
Well, there's someone else that when we talk about the speedboats. A number of years ago, they had a few men with them. I think the thing exploded. Because this is just petrol.
Aye.
I won't tell you.
Right. Yes.
And it's quite dangerous.
Wow. And there was a weekend or something.
Something I think he meant to go.
Right, just this
He was
morning.
drunk, he was
Aye.
really
Go,
should
probably go. Probably a belt in there. Well, you might walk out anyway. I mean, how many people have died this year with this, you know, like between the whole of Britain? There's quite a lot, you know, and cold water shock and all that.
I know.
And the young ones just what I've even said to them, I said, look, I'd grew up doing all this. And this is the ones that's like, well, it right back from what home, like, I said, whatever you do, watch yourselves. Don't just jump into that law. Because honestly,
Take a breath and go.
oh, it's so cold sometimes, that fresh water, the pain in your head, when you hit it.
I used to go to the
It's just what you do with a young boy. Exact same as you. It was, well, I had a off-road motorbike in my cousin, went out that road that takes you up into Glasgow and that. But anyway, it was before you get there, and because it gets shallower up there, it's all going water in the water, you know. And anyway, Dal Burn comes down there, and it just looks so inviting, and it was just the water. It just looks so lovely and inviting. You can see the it's so clear and beautiful. And it was over 26 degrees over. And I remember my brother jumped in, and just exactly what you said, already. I remember it all the excruciating pain in my head. That's honest. And we were just we managed to get ourselves out of the net. Honestly, but I tell you what, the two's a bit well recover.
Aye. It's so sad you read these things when you're out there at 15 or something.
It's so sad. I know you're his wife going up. Yeah, a beautiful day in the water.
He just doesn't. It sounds stupid. He just doesn't.
No, it's not. He just doesn't understand.
Nobody's said to
Probably have to, yes, exactly. But me, you've experienced it, we know. But then even telling the young ones, can't comprehend what you're saying, basically, but you know, we're lucky to tell a tale, but I tell you what, I wouldn't jump in this water again. No way. It's so sad, isn't it?
Oh, it's terrible.
I get the heat. And it all way nice slow. Oh mate, I mate, I love watching it.
It's nice, kind of wood.
Yeah. I bet I'm ready for no. Back in my city, we always do that.
I know my son and daughter too. It's expensive.
Yeah.
The time that they can play it, so it's sympathy to the guy and live for passes and maybe a wee bit of tuition.
Yeah. Yeah.
£10.
Aye.
It's
Aye.
a serious amount.
Aye, aye, aye.
That's something.
I know. And a week is in dead quick, doesn't it?
Aye. But they all do it and they all like it.
Aye.
And they get a lot out of it.
Oh, of course you did, yeah. I mean, I've only ever been over in Glasgow skiing. I was in primary school. I never skied, you know. Yeah. I mean, we skied just about the whole day in the Arsenal slopes. It was about March time. And up top, it was beautiful and sunny, man. Like, you could feel down with a t-shirt, you know. And I just remember it was absolutely great fun, you know.
That's good fun.
And I was watching these young ones coming down, like, you know, proper skis and
That's the time for them.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, they were like the obviously were young, and they were progress, they were good.
In Europe, they put you see them with tiny boat, and there's maybe half a dozen ones in there.
Yeah.
And they've got their own shooter with them. And then they follow this guy.
Yeah.
And they don't have ski sticks or anything. They just go. And when they fall to the ground, because they're only 3 or 4 or something, they fall to the ground and cut like that. It's like, you know, the fact that we're skis and see. No, they just go off.
And away again.
I mean, that's the kind of thing.
But I know, I watched the Winter Olympics and all that, and those are so amazing, you know. And I just can imagine the fun you must have a good day skiing and even snowboarding, and, you know, it would be it's really healthy, boy.
It is healthy.
Very good, yeah. As you say, you would be tired,
I know what you're
and
trying.
I love being tired.
But it's, yes, so you're doing exercise,
Aye.
but you're also doing it with your own eyes, so it's not just,
That's right, yeah, all that as well.
you know, even some of the time, you get down at the end of the day, you're absolutely
Aye. And then you went to the heat, man, I'd be sleeping. I'd be sleeping in front of the fire. Yeah, I can imagine it
I
very
can remember actually, they give it a go for, you know, and then goes for so the time I get back into the I've seen I remember having to carry them on the stairs. I couldn't walk on the stairs. Just on my legless, I just couldn't do it.
Aye. Just young kids.
Well, my wife would run a bath and go into the bath and they would just sit. Normally they carry on in the bath and they just sit.
Aye.
You know, because they will just
Lay in bed, that's it. Drive and get in bed.
eventually you manage to feed them and then just plonk them down in the bed and boom. That's
But yeah, I'll tell you what, I bet you looked in
well,
I bet
they do.
amazing memories.
That's the thing, I always spend a lot of money on that. You do get something.
Oh, yeah. Aye, of course you do. Of course you do. And you're able to do it when you're not, you know, there's so much to see in this beautiful world that you couldn't take everything in your lifetime, even, you know, even though you could afford it. You know?
Some of these places do just be there because you know, some of the rubbish you take, depending on the cloud level and stuff, sometimes you go through the cloud and then you'll get to the station at the top, which is a public cloud.
Right.
And it's blue skies.
Aye, and you're
And
down
all
in the
the
cloud.
peaks that you're looking out over, you know, and there's a nice place you can
I'll be quite happy just to ski a wee bit. Because one day that you know that
Well, you're doing
there's no time at all. And
you're doing all this running, so your head's down because your legs and so.
yeah, I don't know.
And that's the bit that goes.
Oh, my God.
That's what restricts you in a way, because once your legs get tired, you can't push against the snow.
Yeah.
But if you're used to doing that,
I would help you anyway.
oh, that would make a huge difference.
That's what I used to say to my father when watching it, and watching it go, we'd go up doing the downhill. And I said, see, the legs must be on. I mean, oh my, see the pounding.
Aye.
He doesn't know, it's not sporty. I says, they're not just sliding down a hill, man. I says, their legs are taking some pounding, but I don't get me wrong, they want you to keep it crossing, and I loved it.
Aye.
And I loved watching the snowboarding, you know.
The young guys like the
Yeah.
sort of macho thing.
Take
The son in law,
that's
that's he, that's my daughter.
I think it would be both would be good fun, you know. Of course. But I could tell them always that, No, but you don't want me there, so yeah, we know Harry, and then it'll be time drums. All right. Very good, there's your, is it quite hard for like, so you got to use a stunt. Right. Aye, yes. Right. That must be quite hard, wasn't it? I know, you're absolutely right. Of course. Yes. Aye, I know. Right, medical care, that's better. But people are living longer, so they're obviously getting more ailments. But it's just natural, isn't it? It's just the way life is, you know. Yeah. I just can't imagine what it would be like, you know. It must be. Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, I didn't realise how bad my hands were then until about 2 years ago. Deteriorating the bleeding. I was a girl on scene at times. She's there. Yeah. I'll try these. I should give a shot of glasses. I didn't realise how bad they were. Because she's seen them, you know. And see now, like Edna close, it's just a blur to it. And I got to really do that long ago there. But it's just for age, you know. That's nothing. Yeah, of course it is. So how bad would these be like go about a guide dog or a...
Well, I do it. I'm not at this stage.
Well,
My wife is, she's not fit.
yeah.
So, we're joining together essentially. Go with her.
Ah.
It's a bit, it's the neck she's on contract.
Right.
So the plan that
Right.
if the wife is eliminated, like it is effective, we can swing.
but my sister stayed, well, God bless her, she's passed away. But the young boy across one, playing all his life. But these glasses now, my son goes to other schools, quite a lot in the morning and the week because it's nice down there, I've got a coffee and that.
Yes.
You see these glasses, you see, I mean, they should, and all that, it should, you know, like, it should, you know, like, it's, like, you can tell she was there, that, whatever.
So it's something in the...
Aye, yeah, it shows you something what they need.
Aye, that's good.
And, well, obviously the support what we support, you know, we get out the tandem
Aye.
and things like that. And
I know that.
a lovely boy, so a lovely boy to me. It was funny, I was just out the back and I heard them in the kitchen and the radio and they sang every word to the song. And that was, you know, nothing more than, it was always a happy person, I was a happy boy. Amazing.
Well, that's the thing, it's something, isn't it? I mean, that's why you do what you say. How you feel about it and the rest of it. It's children. So you look at the whole thing.
Yeah, memories all that.
You've had your routine.
Yes. Yeah, you bring a memories.
They never
No, no, that. No. Well, I wasn't one man with that, but I guess you miss once I got there. It's hard sometimes to forget. And you forget. You go out somebody say, no better remember, I'll tell my mum. And then boom. Well, it wasn't really so sore, but other people told me, you know what the name is. She said, Stephen, I suffered 3 years with it. And she's only 41. And she says, Stephen, I was sick every morning. And then I took her a couple of work, she's got 2 kids in, you know. And she's 3 years, and then Stephen says, then took it away. And when she showed me, it just went kilo surgery. Anyway, I was just walking along the canal and there's a pain under my ribcage, but it was like a burning feeling, and it wasn't going away, it wasn't going on, and I went over to the doctor and the doctor said, this is like sleep still. I said, doctor, I said, I'm 60, I said, 60 years of age, I think you know, I'm quite a big person with that, and it made me really not well. It was 2 years going on, and I went and seen 2 surgeons in that level. The first time, they said to me, money on my head, because I ended up with the money. I've never paid that in my life. Anyway, I did. And so I could understand, but like, you know, I was saying, it wasn't so much the game that it was, you were sick, really sick. And when I got up in the morning, we got the sickness tablets, and it was like, for people who would get chemotherapy and all that, you know, because of the side effects. And so I think that I'd be there when we got like, you know, stents, fresh straight.
Did they use laser
No, anyway, it got so bad, and I knew it was ill, and I went back to the doctor, and I said, that's not very ill. I says, he said, oh, you need to get in the hospital, your body's built. It was quite useless, you know, but it was full of bile, gallbladder. It takes bile into your liver, but also it slips so much of that bile into your intestines to digest your food. Right? Anyway, as I said, took me in and I was on a drip, you know, with antibiotics, and I done opiate painkillers, and I got to the hospital feeling quite alright, you know, obviously the painkillers. On Christmas Day I decided to go for a walk, and I walked along the front of the river, I walked by White Band, you know, about Benny, all the white, and you walk up the road to the hospital, which is been over a mile and a half each way. I didn't mean to walk that far, but it was Christmas Day, it was nice day, and we still went for a walk. Then we went to the back road, I to go home, and I went to the umbrella, she's not one good. I thought, it was just water, sweat, and just all the way up. I sat in the bed, and I was sweating balls at the time, I could do it, but he said, well, we'll get out of it. I said, I'm going to out of the emergency, and time to set up all the all that. I'm a stupid brother. Anyway, I still got up in the morning, sat in the bed, and I went right over and stayed in the hospital. And if I hadn't went when I did, it perforated, and so all that was through organs, all up to sepsis. And you know the hours, it's taken a wee bit of while to recover. I'm voted because we still down it. But after I asked, when I sat in the building, it was the second time that they said that name on the ribbon didn't help me. I didn't ask for it, why I just walked out and got my head down. It was like, what was that bad? And then the show doctors just you can't run around it, but obviously we all didn't get that chance again, which I think that was the side effects. It doesn't always happen, he says, but you know, when you're over 60 now, he says, just say, like, some people get close by a year, and he says, nothing you can do for it. And well, I've been lucky that way, I haven't had that, but but then it was getting like I was looking at cheap, and it was exhausting because you thought you know something's going to come out, and I'm waiting and trying to and I knew that I wasn't needing it because you know like, I was going out tomorrow and like very healthy, like what 5 hours, yeah. So I had to go to the doctor. My stomach was all going down. I'm watching my cheek. It's just, you know. And I told them, so they put on February and Lisbon, and February cancer testing now. You know, because what they're saying now is that like, the bile basically just drips into your stomach now. You know, rather than like your gallbladder.
So is that where you are now? So it's still not really solid.
That's some other.
Is there any prospect of papers?
No. so sometimes I'll be just like I love you, you still don't have much, you know. Which did make a big difference. You can't get down right as long as it's not all going, you know. It's horrible. And
These are the things
you've got bigger weakness. But it's just not water. It's not it's very bad. Like it's not enough long, but you feel it, you know what I mean? You know. It just shows you.
Well, that's the you're rolling a long time.
I know.
And it's okay, and all of a sudden, boom. And that's so many things.
Well, when the doctor, he actually phoned me next week, he said, "Oh, Steve, how would you be able to get the gallbladder taken away?" I said, "Well, doctor, do you know what? I've not really thought about it." And I said, "And I don't even actually know what it does." And you don't. Well, yeah.
So you're going to get that.
Oh, it's when I went into reception, I was up there the night when I was in there. Up from here, there. Split my combination. Split my combination. Sorry,
That's fine. She says,
yes,
so of course she's going to go.
aye.
I'll send her a text.
Aye. About 40 minutes or so, 40 minutes, I would say. Just looking down to the end of the mile now. Right. Right. I know what you're worrying about. snow.
Aye.
And it's not hard, but you know, the bus at 10 in the morning, and then that's what I want. Yeah, I could leave it till later and you want it 3 o'clock again. But you're not sitting on a bus, it's not a big deal.
No, it's not. Yeah, I always think that doing the same
Well, aye, yes, I prefer that.
I mean, I wouldn't want to stay on the bus at 7 in the morning or 6 in the morning. I think there's one at 7 in the morning. But I wouldn't do that.
No.
Actually, there's one about 9:30 and it's like at 9:15 or something.
Right.
I'll take that one. That's quite good. Couldn't do that.
Aye, that one is the 18 minutes past 3, that just 2 hours in summer, you know. It's not a good thing as well. About getting older, there's perhaps when you get the bus back.
Well, you get lost.
That's a good thing, very good thing, isn't it?
I know. I keep thinking it's not Wednesdays. Just
I know. Yeah, probably Oban or something. Just about different. That's all. I mean, see a lot of young people there must something wrong with them, you know. You know, the weather.
yes.
Must have things like that. We're very lucky in what the countries we get these sort of things. You know, but see, I just always get trained paper anyway. I like the things, you know, sit at a table and that.
I like trying to it's a training but you're quite a bit slower.
Yeah, well,
That's
yeah.
always
how would you even know you had that from that, you know?
How they find that out,
I
God
don't know.
knows. But that's what gives me the interest in the find out.
Aye.
And they're able
Because the
to.
first thing is you basically, it always instincts you phone them.
Aye.
Or there's something
Exactly,
like, you know,
like
what
customer
people tell
service.
you panic.
And it's kind of mechanism, and underneath it says customer service number. And that what they're trying to do is phone it.
Aye.
Then they're persuaded.
Get you in a conversation or
Exactly.
whatever. You know.
When you're vulnerable,
Ah,
because
no.
then you're paying for what you're money
Aye.
is you don't start clearing your account. They say they've got it.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, that's sophisticated.
Are you seeing it?
It should be a bit on the space of half an hour or so.
I know.
Taking your time.
Aye,
I
yeah.
don't have that much time.
No, and it stresses you out, man, as well, what can. I mean, you see it in the morning, all like that stuff, the BBC, like, they had people out and about to manage to get to that message and stop the good person, you know, like giving the details, and going to the bank and all this. And, what the hell? Like, you do all that. And it's all these technology as well. So there's a lot of budget people with it.
Yes.
You know, like, there's a lot of people just get taken off guard and that.
I know.
Like that, I mean, you know,
No,
people think it's just, oh, they must be stupid. No, it's no that at all.
I know.
I mean, these people involved in this, and obviously, you know, there's some good person in front of them all,
Aye.
but, you know,
And
and
you
they
hear,
don't care.
you hear, no, no, you hear stories, you know, on the radio sometimes, I listen to them, and people phone in and they say, you know, this is what happened to me, and
Aye. one of the people there, didn't he? Must be still whatever. But the money said the accountant, she was what they owed about £1,000. But then he had to put back when he's got away and say money and all that, you know. I mean, they were separate accountant, you know. Probably worked hard, you know what I mean? I'd get emptied the whole lot. And he was over in the holiday. And he said, I've been going there for years too. So it just shows you that. How you can do it.
Did you get it back at the end of the day?
No? No, he didn't. No.
I mean, that's...
Certainly is. Especially well, the hard look back one time with the holiday hard, but I think he was just over, he just arrived sort of thing, well, I didn't do it a few days, you know. It's like,
That's a bit...
aye.
I thought you were responsible.
Aye, I don't know what I think of it. I've talked about this like 50 years back as well, right up, you know.
Of course, if you're using it, maybe.
Aye, that's a different thing, I don't know. Aye. main estate. That's obviously a lot of shops and
That's why these pubs, and then they're suffering.
certainly was enjoying like a Heavy and a Guinness or that. And then
You're all Guinness.
Yes, aye. And it's not something you want to hold there. I would think so. Why isn't it? Well, that's what you should say. That's a feature. Back to well, that the ferry is the one before the actual thing and then long over there there's a plug. But so the men that the ferry crossings are all at least these guys 6 months that night. Just like miners.
Well, it's a hard. I get it, you know, to come. There's sometimes it does it, you know, thinking of it, do this, do that. Get lost. Just come in and sit back.
Yes. Nothing wrong with that. Aye.
Nice and sit in the back.
That's it. Get out the garden and that nice cool view. It's the same side, yeah. Yeah, we go it doesn't mean the bridge is it's how you think it's like it's so long way, isn't it? Aye. That big glass that's got to be slow like that in the water.
Aye. I just makes it bigger flavour.
The water that we drive came down English Church Road. Over there and like had a tank that made it all, you know.
Aye.
I would just stay on the hill. I remember my granny was just walking with me. She would go around Saturday morning, she used to love it. She just didn't want to take the water because it was a significant in Glasgow. Well, down there and then way back.
The only thing is something, you know, pizza didn't get to go away. They did a lot of rain. But one time,
well, this you say because obviously you used to walk up with the leaves and all that, you know, the outlet. And all the way. the animal, there's a good Welsh thing. Their house was just at the bottom of the road, up the hill and we got to it. And it was like a big... The window on it was just like corrugated iron, like wood, you know. And they'd brought it over the years, you know. And so like, and there was holes on it so big that it wasn't the first sheep they drowned in it. And we were all drinking hot water, you know what I mean? No, it didn't. It's still here. I never did any illness or that, you know. And we were kids, man.
I mean, you can filter it, which I suppose takes the worst of it. Oh, the actual colour is just, I don't think that makes a difference.
Yeah,
You want to think it's worse than it is.
I don't understand that.
But then if it sits in a tank, instead of sitting in a tank,
So that's that.
then you'll take the...
Because I must admit the water we had over there was clear. And it was, you know, it was a thing up down and all.
Aye, well, it would be good.
It was beautiful. And we were kids, like, when we were on that boat, and we just go to our head in the, you know, pool. And it was running water, so it was fresh. And it was warm. It was so lovely, man, to drink, you know.
That's a common.
That's what I'm going to do, yeah.
I used to take a boat up there sometimes.
No, that's what we're there, beats, that's a good nuggets that we're there, beats the sea.
Very tidal there.
Yeah. Oh, that's the start of over here. I think we're going to go bridge.
Aye.
Because the quarry boats, going up road ships as well.
Well, I used to have sailing. We used to have sailing. One time, been quite enjoyable last year. I looked at it before. Because they tell you the height of the in the chart, it tells you the clearance. And I was trying to make it afterwards. I was reading myself, it was okay. And then it fell to the end. So, I didn't know if I was maybe not didn't just start it. So, it started to ask. So,
I'm not sure.
and then I thought, well, if I get this wrong, it's going to be so different. So,
You know what damage you had, you had a
so
half.
I turned around and I said, well,
Aye, no chance there. I would have done
I think it
like,
probably would have been up there.
aye, but it's
Trouble is,
never 100%.
when you can't tell looking up,
No, it's deceiving us. Because you know, you see, just when you come out the bus station, Quite Bank, and then you go to the shipyard pub, and there's a bridge, right, you can end up down there or that way. And there's been a few lorries, it's like, you know, it's proposed with a, you know, the pit it and the lorry drivers, like, you know, the height of it, you know, the height of the lorry, it just must be up, like, just left to catch it. So, as you say, just usually see.
I would have been the sign to say the height.
Oh, aye. That's what I'm saying.
So you can shoot from the height.
Oh, that's so aye. Aye, that's what I'm saying. Big on there, aye. There's one jam in it. The whole, it wasn't a really big one, like, the whole trailer was buckled down on it. It was carrying pallets and stuff. Aye, no, yes, aye, yes, aye. Very elaborate.
They just say, well, I just know that I don't know what the strains are. Stress is a strain of the media, but I do know if we use this size of goggles, then people learn.
Well, it's certainly
It's a
this.
bit fear for the Chinese, what is
I know, aye. I know it goes through. Maybe he's not really well. You know what I mean? Just like just the sewage systems in the city. Even London, I watched that with the London, showed the guys that work down the road, they were still doing all the old Victorians sewage.
Well, the trouble is, of course, we complain about city centres and the homes and everything else. Everyone complains about the other side of it is that it's almost things that
Of course.
things fail and then watch out the sewage lines. And I mean, that's just what it fixed. And it's got to be fixed there and then.
Imagine what the road is and everything, all the one out the street now. Where I was living in a wee hill.
Yeah.
Look, used to have stuff going to the smell. Yeah. But people just get used to stuff doing it. And look, you must have these canals. Especially
So the canals are amazing.
I mean, one of the one real name in Scotland, we've got an old guy. He came from the canals, but the one from south. You're going to know what the picture says, that, you know? It is. And you think, it's the old navvies and the leg dogs and the shovel.
Well, one time I went North Sea it's actually the oldest next to the hospital, Jubilee,
Right.
and just about the city centre. North Sea, oldest next to
Oh, that was up there, was it?
there's a wee garden there.
Right.
I used to keep the boat there.
Uh-huh.
And I used to go at night.
That's how it's called, yeah.
There's a big basin there. It used to be for ships that out the ground.
Also, quite widely.
Quite back, it's in quite back.
And I've never seen that signpost.
No, you wouldn't see it.
Right.
It's down. It's on it's exactly on the flight path.
Yes.
You know the flight path that the planes
I
come
do,
in
yes.
and where they cross the river. That's exactly the signal.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
There's they fly over lots of flats and the orange balls
Aye.
painted on.
My pal bought a flat right under it.
Aye, well, that's it. Anyway, in there, in there,
Aye.
and I thought to myself, first time I went in, I looked at it, it's like the age of the water.
Yes.
And I thought to myself, how deep this is. And I looked at the, and I did a watch when it was 40 feet deep, we get to it. And I kept, so I got the far end of the water, and I kept it at the depth. It never went below 40 feet.
Aye.
And I think to myself, this was well brilliant. They excavated a hole 40 feet deep and placed an acre of cement. Can you imagine the space
I know.
and the barrels?
Aye. And that's all it's done. You're right.
I think
And it's getting that depth.
kept it
Aye,
in
because when it goes out, the blade gets very shallow. But it's not.
So what they've done is they've built a double big pocket to use blocks. I think water out. And then at the very end, they cut the channel
I built people's lifespan wasn't that long, was it?
No.
So
the
you
price
said
of-
that hard work, but never built anything.
I think Oban compared to the rest,
Yeah.
tenants and Glasgow.
Aye. The Irish come over as well.
Aye, they did.
Aye.
I mean, how things change.
Aye. You went where the work was.
Yes.
But the Scots done a lot of travelling as well. And the Scots have travelled as
Well, they
well,
have,
haven't they?
I mean, our sons there in Sydney have been there quickly going into 50
Aye.
you know, we've been granddaughters in Australia, you know, it's
It looks I mean, I've just seen it on the telly, but it looks absolutely beautiful.
What's the
It's in the harbour and all that.
That's you pick up a map in Sydney, it's like a map.
Aye. Yes.
Just because of the days travel out there, and it's just cold or settlements.
I know, that's right. Aye.
America's the same.
America's actually New York, right? New England and all that. That's Memphis, I feel like from Mull, the state still Victoria was, well, it's the state over the Mull. He's one of these revered for building Australia. He was a salt, it's very high up in the army, Macquarie. That's it, Watford Quarry. Aye, and you know, I didn't know that until maybe 10 years ago. And I watched the documentary.
He was the governor of Australia.
And he believed everybody should get a chance.
One state.
It's just me, you don't really think about